All right. We're about to get ready to start. Let me throw these two tunes in, and then we're gonna start our session for today. Let's go. What's up, everyone? I hope everyone is having a great day. This is Saturday. I happen to be House and Speaks, and this is the transition series. Today, we're not going to be doing not one but two genres that I'm going to present today, how I mix them, and we're talking about techno and techno house, tech house. Pardon me. Now, these two genres, they can be mixed separately and they can be mixed together. Yes, you can mix a tech house track with a techno track and vice versa. It's just the way you have to do it. It's has to be pinpoint and precise because techno is not usually your four by four beat. I mean, it is and it isn't because it's hidden with all the syncs and all the electronic adjectives that makes techno techno. Now, tech house is a little different because tech house is pretty much a fusion between techno and house music. I mean, that's all tech house is. I mean, if you know if techno and and house music, got together, got married, and decided to have a child, the child would be tech house. So that's the way I want to present it. So what you just heard in the beginning of the segment is two of my favorite tech house tracks, but they also can be played as a Jackin house track. It's this fusion that, for some reason, the producers decide to fuse the two genres together. But I love playing them together. The first one is String Thing by Shadow Child, and the second one is one of my favorite tracks, and I play this over and over again. Ghetto Bounce, uh, featuring HR and Sky and Harry Romano. So we're gonna be going through a few techno and tech house tracks, and then we're gonna follow by. Now, usually I do a four-track mini mix, but I feel today's show should be a little different since I'm presenting two genres. I think both those genres should equally shine. So what I'm gonna do a six-track mini mix, which is gonna be three tracks of tech house and three tracks of techno. Yeah, I will combine it some way. I've done it before, so I know it can be done. Now, first we're gonna start with the techno house, and and the way I usually try to mix tech house is I always make sure I find either the first or the second bass line so I can transition to the next track. That's to me the only way. Now there are some breaks that you can put in, that you can start a transition, but you got to be careful with that because those breaks, if you put a track in there and those breaks not matching well, it can get a little clunky, and the last thing you want to be doing is train wrecking a mix. I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. No DJ wants to do that. It's not cool, and it doesn't sound right. It sounds ugh. Yeah, I'm saying the word ugh. But anyway, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go to a couple of tracks, through Beatport. I mean, because I use Beatport a lot for my deeper underground mixes like techno and tech house. Now, don't get me wrong, I have plenty of those in the library, but I feel as though that Beatport is the best choice to go because you can always update their library and they always come up with the latest tracks. So what I'm going to do is I am going to play a tech house track that is new. So that I just posted up not too long ago. Now, for my BPM of choice, now with tech house, I usually play between 126 to 128. With techno, I usually go from 127 to 130. Now, since I don't play the hard, rugged techno, I mostly play I would say Euro version of techno. I usually try to keep it at the minimum of 130. Even though some of the tracks you can go 135, 130, 40. I mean 140, excuse me. But I prefer 130. But if you feel the need that you can go higher than that, by all means, do that. I mean, what I'm telling you is it's not etched in stone. What I'm pretty much showing you is how I approach these mixes. So if you're a new and upcoming DJ, you can get a better idea and a starting point, especially if you're starting to do techno and tech house for the first time. So what we're gonna do is we're going to, like I said, we're gonna do with the latest track, and I just happened to point it out. So what I'm gonna do is for this, I'm going to demonstrate two trans two tracks to transition and going to tech house, and then I'm gonna demonstrate two tracks transition for techno just to keep things going. Hopefully I won't be long because I since I'm going to do a 6 track mini mix, I want to make sure I have the time because my focus is to make sure that I keep this segment at least an hour, but not too over an hour. So I'm going to play these tracks, and yeah, I'm gonna play it at 128 BPM. That's how I'm gonna do them. And the first track is called "Eat the Bass" by John Summit, and the second track called "Get Stupid" by Joshua. Now usually I always try to listen to tracks before I purchase it and buy it, but with Beatport updating new tracks, you know, periodically, you just have to try to make sure that you listen to the track before you make the transition so you can make sure when the transition is made. So, without further ado, I'm going to start the first track and let's get to it. As I do these transitions, I'm gonna make sure that I display my controller so you can see exactly how I'm doing it. Okay? Okay.
I wanna feel your body, don't want romance. I just need to eat the bass, so let me dance. I wanna feel your body, don't want romance. I just need to eat the bass, so let me dance. So let me dance, so let me dance. I just need to eat the bass, so let me dance. I just need to eat the bass, so let me dance. So let me dance. So let me dance. So let me dance. I wanna feel your body, don't want romance. I just need to eat the bass, so let me dance. I wanna feel your body, don't want romance. I just need to eat the bass, so let me dance. So let me dance. I wanna feel your body. I just need to eat the bass, so let me dance. I wanna feel your body, don't want romance. I just need to eat the bass, so let me dance. So let me dance, 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 so let me dance.
and funky ass bass line. Now you see how I did that? Now, what I had to do on this one, let me get back to y'all can see it. What I had to do on this particular segment, I had to wait a little bit after the bass line for that first part because I kind of miss dropping on the one when the bass line begins. Now sometimes that's going to be the case because sometimes you're gonna need time to make sure, or you can listen to it. You can listen to the track, and at that bass line, even when the beginning of that bass line, and if it doesn't hit the mark the way it should, I suggest to wait to the first segment of that bass line to commence before you bring in the transition. The reason is you don't want to bring it in too soon and have and have the possibility for not to have the two tracks being on time and on beat. So that's to look out for. Now we're going to do a techno. We're going to do a techno, and we're also going to do two latest tracks that came out for your friendly neighborhood Beatport. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play both tracks at 30 BPM. I'm sorry, 130 BPM. Pardon me. Now make sure that when you start doing techno and tech house tracks, you definitely want to practice on these because, like I said, these tracks can get a little tricky and a little sticky, and you want to make sure that you bring it right. Now, I'm probably going to do a little experimentation when it comes to these tracks because what I'm going to do is, I'm going to play that one later. Let me go and do our latest one before I play that. Ooh, no, I don't want to go that route. Let's try another route to go to. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go to 130, and then we're going to, so you guys can can take a listen and see how I'm doing this. Now, the first track is called Roar by Charlotte DeWitt. Now, I heard this particular producer before, so I know she always come up with some good stuff. And then I'm gonna transition to the second track, which is called Bang to the Beat by Jay Lumen. So I'm gonna lower my volume, and then I'm gonna switch back to my controller, and then we're gonna kick it off. So let's do it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I love when this track came on because it had that boom boom banging beat. I love that.
floor. Do you like that now? Do you want more? Yeah, I get hype, pipe, yeah, I get raw. Shout to the north side, shout to the south, east to the west, yeah, we're going out, out. If you're in town, then give me a shout. Fly you on that to get back to your house. Shout to the north side, shout to the south, step to the rhythm down on the dance floor. Do you like that now? Do you want more? Yeah, I get hype, pipe, yeah, I get raw. Shout to the north side, shout to the south, east to the west, yeah, we're going out, out. If you're in town, then give me a shout. Fly you on that to get back to your house. Shout to the north side, shout to the south, step to the rhythm down on the dance floor. Do you like that now? Do you want more? Yeah, I get hype, pipe, yeah, I get raw. Shout to the north side, shout to the south, east to the west, yeah, we're going out, out. If you're in town, then give me a shout. Fly you on that to get back to your house. Shout to the north side, shout to the south, step to the rhythm down on the dance floor. Do you like that now? Do you want more? Yeah, I get hype, pipe, yeah, I get raw. Shout to the north side, shout to the south, east to the west, yeah, we're going out, out. If you're in town, then give me a shout. Fly you on that to get back to your house. Shout to the north side, shout to the south, step to the rhythm down on the dance floor. Do you like that now? Do you want more? Yeah, I get hype, pipe, yeah, I get raw. Shout to the north side, shout to the south, east to the west, yeah, we're going out, out. If you're in town, then give me a shout. Fly you on that to get back to your house. Get hype, pipe, yeah, I get raw.
Now, I'm sure you heard and saw that. Now, the one thing I loved about these two tracks is that Raw has this nasty bang bang beat, and I love that. I love that when techno music has that because it gives me that nostalgia of 90s techno when I was stationed in Germany. And also when I able to transition when I dropped it on the one on that bass line on Raw and brought in the Bang the Beat. Bang the Beat just went straight out. It didn't have no intro or anything like that. It just went straight into boom, melody and play. And I love that because when you can have a track that goes straight into it while you playing the bass line of it, it's poetry. It melts like butter. It's poetry in motion. So that's how you can tell when you know you got good tracks. Now, don't get me wrong, all tracks are not the same. So you definitely gonna have to make sure you listen to them carefully, and then move accordingly. Which means that make sure you listen to when the first melody of that second track comes in. that should give you a signal how you want to bring it in while the first track is playing. That's the key of mixing. You know, always listening and always following suit because you're always going to react, and it's simultaneous. That's why the more you practice, it's gonna be like muscle memory. You're gonna be like, oh, okay, I know this track. Oh, that sounds good. Boom, I can bring it in. You'll know when to bring it in. So now we're going to. Oh, good. I'm doing some time. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna go back into. Oh, one more thing. Now, when it comes to techno, and especially the way beat Beatport categorize it. Sorry about that. They categorize their techno into two parts. Their techno version they says peak time and driving, and the second one is raw, deep, and hypnotic. I always go with the peak time and driving, and the reason why I use that one uh, primarily is because, like I said, the nostalgia that it gives me, and some of the tracks, can be housey, which means you can mix it in with a house track. You can mix it in with a tech house track. You can also mix it in with a jackin house track. It's 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 all about positioning. It's always probably where to position that second track so it can be aligned with the first one. You know, I know some DJs would like to do the color wheel and the phrasing and all that kind of jazz. But see, I approach mixing as a dancer's point of view, and the reason why I say that is because I was a former dancer and I also was a choreographer. So I had to when I teach a class, I had to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that mindset, I use that same framework and mindset when I do my mixing. Now, don't get me wrong. Make sure always, always, always go by the fundamentals because I did the same thing. I went by the fundamentals, and then when I got comfortable, then I developed my own signature style. And that's what stands me out with other DJs. And other DJs stand out. Every DJ mixes their tracks differently, no matter what genre of music they play. It's always different. They always approach it differently. Their transitions are differently. I mean, they are very here and there because I vary here and there. But for the most part, if you have listened to a DJ long enough, you can pretty much tell how they do their transitions when it comes to their mixing. Now, I hope that was. I hope you're able to understand that. Oh, and I have one more thing. Like I said, I told you the two techno categories that Beatport has. They also have hard techno, but the reason why I don't want to talk about hard techno because I don't play hard techno. I know a lot of techno DJs because some of the raid trains that I get involved with, they do play hard techno. I love listening to it, but me personally, I just don't play it. So, but you could be a DJ that enjoys hard techno and wants to play hard techno. And what I say to you is go for it. Go for it. If that's your thing, do it and don't let no one tells you any different. Now, like I said, we're gonna go back to Tech House. We're gonna play we're gonna do some more transition on a Tech House set. We're gonna do that. See, like I said, we're gonna try to stick to the latest and greatest. Then we're gonna go back to. We're gonna do. Yeah, we'll do 28. We're gonna go to 28 BPM. I think I did 28 BPM, but yeah, we'll stick to 28 BPM. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, so the first track I'm gonna start out with is called "In the Streets" by Martin Ken. I almost said Martin Ken because he has an an I in front of his name, but I know certain names depending on the country their first letters can be silent. So always remember that. So I'm gonna say Martin Ken. And then the second track is called Cedar by Josh Butler. So we're going to get back to excuse me, we're gonna get ready to mute my mic, hit the play button, and let's do it. Now, sure you heard how that went. So let me go back to my little. Here we go. So everybody can see me. Now, what I did on this one is, since I know YouTube can be a little tricky and sticky, I went and dropped it on the one on the first bass line. Even though it's a short one, but I that's what I did on that one. And then I just let the track play, because since I know the phrasing timing was good, so I just brought it on in. Now what I did was I didn't do a full kill on the low. I just put it to 9 o'clock. So I just did it on 9 o'clock, and I just adjust the high and the mid for the first track, and then just kept up fading the second track, and then when a certain break came, then I killed the low, but I kept on letting the slowly fading out the first track so the second track can shine through. And then I decide to cut it off at a certain point. And I'm doing this because of YouTube purposes. Now, let's see, I have time. Yeah, we're gonna do one more uh, techno. We're gonna do one more techno transitions, and then we're gonna start with the um, tracks, 6 track mini mix. So let's see. This time we're going to, like I said, we're gonna stick to the formula of playing the latest. Cause lucky for me, I was able to upload these before we started, and like I said, we're gonna go to 130 BP. No, yeah, 130 BPM. We're gonna stick to that. Now, when I do my mini mix, I'm probably gonna do it to 128, maybe 120. Yeah, I think I'll do it. Yeah, 128, just to keep the mid range. So when I transition from the tech house to the techno, then I can push it on. Then I can push that to 130 BPM. And that's the one. That's the other thing you can always do when you're doing these transitions, especially from one genre to another. You can always move the BPM, but you have to do it a certain way so it won't be noticeable. So usually I'll do it when a bass line comes, and then I'll move the BPM up. So, cause when the bass line, it's not like melodies and things of that nature. So it's the best way to adjust a BPM if you want to do it that way. So this one, the first track is called "Existence" by Mir Irie. I know this producer. I purchased some of her stuff, and I love some of her stuff. And then the second one is called "Destination" by Sover. So we're going to lower my mic, and then we're going to get started. Let's do it. this one, I did it a little different. I I brought in the second track on the first bass line. Oh, sorry. I want to make sure you see me. Okay, I dropped the first track on dropped the second track on the first bass line on the first track, and just let that play on out, because since the second track has melodies in it, and it wasn't no straight up, silent or bass line type um, intro, it was perfect. So that's how I did it. Now, I hope everybody got the gist of how I mix tech house and techno. So right now I'm going to get ready to start my mini mix. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through my library instead of using Beatport, because there's still some tracks. One thing about being a DJ and having so much music in your library, you never run out of music to play. In other words, there's music that you probably have in your library that you never ever 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 played before, and then certain opportunities allows you to play it. So this is one of my opportunities, someone get to play it. So okay, we're going to, as like I said, we're gonna do that to we're gonna start at 128 BPMs. And like I said, how I'm gonna approach this, I'm going to play 3 tech house tracks, and then I'm going to transition to techno, so I can make sure I play the remaining 3 techno tracks. So that'll be my 6 track mini mix. So, and I'm going to change I have a couple overlays I'm going to change, so you'll see something different. So let's get to it. All right, all right. Whew. I hope everybody enjoy that as much as I did. I played a couple of classic uh, tech house and techno tracks, especially when I got to the techno part. There's this one track that I played. It's called 302. That's by the late great Paul Johnson and also the late great DJ Dion, who is the godfather of booty shaking, ghetto, and juke house. I mean, he is the man, and we miss them both up there, and I know they're looking down on us. So I wanted to make sure that those tracks was included. Well, hopefully everybody got something out of this. I appreciate your time and attention. And let me say one more thing when it comes to any kind of mixing, no matter what genre. Just practice. If you practice, you will get the hang of it. And like I said, it'll be like second nature. You'll go into whatever gig or go into your controller or whatever DJ equipment you put your two tracks in and then you're gonna start playing. But hopefully, like I said, everybody gets everything they want to get out of it. Um, well, I don't think I have anything else to say. Everything I done pretty much speaks for itself. So this is House that Speaks. I'm signing off. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Make sure you also hit the notification bell so you can be informed on when I'll be posting out these videos. My transition series is every month and it's on a third Saturday at 12 noon Central Time. That's 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I also have a segment that I do here on YouTube that's called Monday Night Rant. The next one will be available to you this coming Monday at 7 p.m. Central Time. That's 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So, signing off, everyone. Peace and love. Enjoy your weekend and keep doing your thing, everyone. That's all, folks.